One of the most interesting, insightful, and helpful books that I read recently was Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book has essentially revolutionized the way I think about habits, the way I think about setting systems, goals, and achieving them. But it also just made me realize how easy it is once you understand the basis or the philosophy behind it. Now, you could make a whole chapter, you could make a whole YouTube video out of this book and the chapters and philosophy, but what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna focus on one thing and one thing only, and that's gonna be aggregation of marginal gains, which means making tiny improvements in everything that you do. Getting 1% better every day, piling up those improvements in progress, and at the end ending up with a very positive net outcome. Now, you could also compare this to a financial world where you invest your money, for example, 10 bucks a day, and then maybe you invest it or you just save it, and at the end, after a couple of years, you end up with a bunch of money, with a big amount, which means day-to-day things don't really matter that much. They don't seem important and as valuable to you as they actually are, but on the long run, on the long term, they end up being very influential or helpful or end up being a very positive outcome. The philosophy is pretty simple. Instead of looking for big things to change your life or big things to change your routine or to change your workout, whatever it is, look for tiny improvements that you can make, tiny changes. I can make an example of football clubs nowadays. Instead of cashing out and spending huge amounts of money on one player, why don't you look into your workout routine? Why don't you look into your sleeping mattresses? Why don't you look into your equipment, your diet, your nutrition, your hydration, your gear, your boots? Small things that can actually change the way the players feel, the way the players train. Small things that don't really seem obvious or noticeable or don't seem to matter that much, but on the long run, they pile up to each other, like stock up, and then make a huge difference and impact. As I said, just look into your coaching staff, look into the quality of the grass. Everything that can be overlooked but can also be improved and can potentially have a positive net outcome on your team. It's easy to overestimate the importance of one defining moment and underestimate the value of making small improvements on a daily basis. It can be explained by one toxic thing: impatience. As humans, we are hardwired to want everything now. We want to see the results at the gym now. Deliver this product to me now. I want dopamine release right now. But making tiny atomic habits or atomic changes is a marathon. It's not a sprint. We should give up the idea that we will change or improve in the matter of days or weeks and everyone's going to be talking about and we're going to be the talk of the town. We should give up that idea completely. So here's an interesting calculation. If you're 1% better every day, after a year, you will end up 37 times better overall. On the other hand, if you keep getting worse 1% every day, you're gonna almost hit the ground zero. So to speak, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Another interesting thing for us to realize is that a single thing won't ruin everything, or a single thing will not solve everything, because a single decision is easy to dismiss. A fast food that you had one time won't ruin your body. Skipping a workout is not a disaster. Procrastinating for a day won't make you a failure, but also means that it takes time to build good habits. 3 workouts in a week still don't make you Zac Efron from Baywatch. Reading a good book in a week doesn't give you all the knowledge, but it's only when you put your effort, energy, attention, and time into something over the course of a couple of months at least is when you actually are gonna see the results. You should be far more concerned with your current trajectory than with your current results. The interesting thing is, time will pass anyway. 1 year will pass anyway. Couple of months will pass anyway. If you're able to essentially put in the work and change your body, change your diet, change your financial situation in your life, change your job, after some time, you will look back and say like, damn, this time passed anyway. So I'm actually happy and I'm grateful to my younger self that he or she took the action. He or she was courageous in making the decision to stick to the routine and stick to the plan. Because at the end of the day, you get what you repeat. Doing tiny good habits every day or maybe tiny changes can be your ally. Doing bad habits every day can be your enemy. So if you think about it, water keeps crushing against the rock for years and years, maybe every single day, every single minute, every single second. But after some years, maybe a million, maybe 1,000, maybe hundreds of years, water eventually wins. And water wins not because it lands a devastating punch on the rock. It wins because it kept grinding and kept crushing against the rock for years and years and years. And all that thing was compounding over time. All that force and energy was accumulating, because breakthrough moments are often the result of many previous actions, which build up potential required to unleash a major change. Breaking a bad habit is like uprooting a huge oak which is inside of you, and building a good habit is like cultivating and growing a delicate plant which is in your garden. In a nutshell, the message of this video is pretty simple. Become 1% better every day, because at the end of the year, week, month, you're gonna become way more attractive, way more positive, way more influential and successful than you are right now. Now, small things might not really make a huge difference today. They might not make a huge difference in a week or in a month, but after some time, you will notice and you will see just how far you've come just by doing these small things every day and maybe implementing small, tiny habits that can change your life. If you like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.